what's up, everybody? Christo here. Welcome to Budget Freedom.
And I'm Jessica.
And today we were thinking, what are we gonna talk about? And then we decided to talk about suspension. And when they suspend your account on Amazon, what do you do?
Or any other platform.
Or any other platform. Why does it happen? What can you do to prevent from happening? And basically, yes, how do we handle suspend accounts? So I'll give it to my dearest wife that she knows not everything, but we've been going through a lot, and she's been handling the suspended accounts, and we've actually had twice or three times.
Yeah, to be honest, we don't get suspended. We've been suspended 3 times in the 5 years that we've been working, and only twice on Amazon and once on Etsy.
Yes, but I'm saying every time we got suspended, we actually reinstate the account. Yeah. So please.
And the first time we got suspended on Amazon was actually due to an order defect rate. And order defect rate, if you're not familiar with that, is when you either send something wrong with your orders, basically. So you send the wrong item too much, you cancel too much, the item doesn't get there, or it's delivered late. Those are all things that count against you in your metrics. Really on any platform. It's not just Amazon. It's the same on eBay, Etsy, Wish. Mm-hmm. They all have their different requirements. Like on Wish, we're on the Wish Express, which means that all parcels have to be delivered within 5 days from ordering, not from 5 days from shipping. So this is important. If someone orders from you like last night, they count that as a day. So already today, when you go to do the order, you're already on day 2, which means you really only have 3 days from shipping to have it delivered to the person, which is okay for us because we work with DHL Express, which is 24 hours to 48 hours delivery. So we're always okay within that window. But for people that are not shipping that fast, you can't be in Wish Express. You can still sell on Wish. You just have to sell the normal delivery days. And the advantage to being Wish Express is you get a lot more exposure, and you get to be a trusted shop on Wish, which obviously increases your sales. So we obviously go for that. We always try to go for the absolute best level that we can. The only reason we're not on Prime on Amazon is because we're in Bulgaria, and to be registered in Prime, you have to be in the country. So if we wanted to, let's say, be Prime Germany, we'd have to be in Germany so that we could do one-day deliveries. Even though technically we can do one-day deliveries, because if they order by 2 p.m. today, by 2 p.m. tomorrow, they will have their parcel with our DHL option. But Amazon doesn't recognize it like that. They also want their guys to be able to come and pick up from your warehouse, which obviously they can't. So for those reasons, we're not on Prime. Well, not only just that, the other reason is I don't want Amazon controlling my refunds. They mess everything up. But that's another video. Again, guys, please like and subscribe and hit the bell notification if you like our videos, and if you want to see more, pretty please, it will help us out to be able to put out more videos for you guys. And please write in the comments, write your thoughts and ideas. If you have different topics you want us to talk about, go ahead and put that in the comments so that we can go ahead and make those videos for you and get that information out to you. So again, going back to what we were talking about with suspension. So yeah, the order defect rate, and what happened was we were shipping to Italy, and we were shipping with the normal, with the post office the first time. Can't believe it was that long ago. I don't recommend shipping with post office anywhere nowadays, guys. And yeah, obviously it was Christmas time, things got delayed, and the orders got there late. And it was really simple to appeal the suspension though. And a lot of people get really confused with suspensions, I've noticed in the forums, because they write too much information. They're giving Amazon information Amazon does not want. They don't want to know about what happened to Bob and shipping, and you got in a fight with your wife last weekend and that's why the orders couldn't go out. They don't care about that. They want to know simple things, and they send you a list of the questions that they want you to answer. They'll ask you, what did you do wrong? So what did you do wrong? The first thing you need to do is admit that it's your fault. If you try to say that, it wasn't my fault, automatically they reject your appeal. So the first thing you need to do is, I understand this was my fault. I'm taking responsibility as the seller, and I'm going to correct it. Another thing that they don't want, which we figured out because it's bots that are checking these appeals, is they don't want you to write words like I am going to, or I am, or I have. They don't like that. They want you to write I will in everything. I will use a new courier. I will ensure that orders are delivered on time. I will check the status of the orders to make sure that I'm on top of if they're going to be delivered or not. So that's the kind of stuff they want. They, you know, you want to keep it short and sweet. Obviously not 2 sentences. You want to answer all of their questions. But every question should be a sentence or 2 answer. Short and to the point, and you want to use strong words that show that you have already corrected the situation. That is their big thing. They want to see, in the bots scan for these words. They scan for correction words. So they want to know that you've already implemented and already solved the problem. Not that you're going to solve it in 2 weeks from now. That's not going to fix the problem. They want to know that you've already corrected everything. It's done, and you're ready to move forward with your account and ensure that this is not going to happen again. So yeah, I wrote a really simple reply. Don't buy, guys. Don't copy other people's replies from the forums. That is the worst thing you can do. You think that Amazon is not watching the forums and downloading those things and scanning for them? Of course they are. So that's a good way to get suspended if you copy someone else's appeal. Don't do that. And people that sell them, they're selling the same appeal to everybody. Don't do that. Just use your brain, sit down, think logically, think clearly, and answer their questions honestly. And that's what Amazon wants to see.
Yeah.
So that was the first one when we were using the post office. The second one was, again, Italy. We love Italy, but we had a little bit of problems in the beginning.
Yeah.
The second time it was Italy again when they had the strikes in Italy, the postal service. So we weren't using our post office. We were actually using...
private courier.
No, it was GLS, yeah. But there were strikes, and so again, the parcels got delayed. And again, I had to write the same kind of reply, obviously with different information. But again, just taking responsibility, even though it wasn't my fault that the strikes were going on. And I just had to tell them, yes, I will check the parcels every day. I will ensure that they're not there. I will communicate with the buyers. I will refund the buyers if I see that it's not gonna, get to them, or I'll send out a replacement order. They're happy with those kind of answers as well. So it's not always promising that you're just going to refund and give up on everything. It's about showing them that you have systems and ideas in place to handle the situations if they get out of hand. So I know, guys, we talk about DHL a lot, but we're so in love with them because they make our life so much easier. They're expensive. I mean, yeah, we're paying 10 euros a parcel to send out 10 euros. I mean, that's a lot, but we don't have to go and track parcels. If a parcel is delayed, DHL calls us and tells us about it. If a parcel gets stuck somewhere, they either refund us or they get it through, which is very, very rare.
Yeah.
If a parcel is delivered late and the customer is going off the wall and we have to refund them, DHL 90% of the time will refund us if it's truly late. They obviously have their rules. It has to be over 72 hours, I think.
It's actually 48 hours, depending on what contract you sign with them.
I mean, you don't want to go insane and just claim on every parcel you possibly can. But if you're fair and logical with it, and you work with your account manager, they're also fair. So yeah, people count their pennies a lot with postage. But again, this is another video. But you got to think about value and service to your customers at the end of the day, and what's going to make your life easier and get you return customers.
Mm-hmm.
That's what my theory is.
Return customers are gold.
Yeah, we have so many of them. I would say 50% of our customers are return customers. So yeah, back to suspension. So that was the 2 times we got suspended on Amazon, and we got it reinstated fairly quickly.
Yeah, very quickly.
I think the one was a week. The second one was a week reinstation, which was longer, but the other one was like 2 days. So if you haven't done anything really shady or wrong, and you answer the questions properly and you understand what you're doing, then it should be a fairly simple process. And like I said, in 5 years, those were the 2 times, and it was out of our control both times. And I think
remember, like she says, take responsibility. It is my fault. Doesn't matter what. Very important.
Yeah, that is
and
the most important.
I will. You're right. I will. Not maybe I will do.
Or I am going to.
Or I am going to. I will make sure.
I don't know why. They don't like I have.
Yes. They actually refuse that.
Yeah.
So like she says, it's both. It's very important.
Yeah.
Those steps to write that. So yeah, sorry.
Yeah, no, it's good. And then the other one I will tell you about is Etsy. Man, when we started selling on Etsy,
yes,
it was kind of shocking. I got so angry. I was like, I'm not selling on this stupid platform, closing it down. But basically, what happened is we sent a bag out, and the woman said that it was used, which was ridiculous.
Yeah.
We sent 100 pictures. I phoned Etsy. I spoke to them. They told me exactly what I needed to do to defend my claim, and I was not refusing to refund the lady. I was just asking her to return the bag, and she was refusing to return it.
Yeah.
So, we got into it, and then I was kind of stuck on principle at that point. I was like, well, it's the principle. You need to return the product. I'm not just going to refund you and let you keep a 100% genuine leather bag for free.
Yeah.
So we got into it, and we went back and forth, and I followed Etsy's rules, but they would not budge, and we lost the case. And then because I was stubborn and I didn't want to just give in to the woman because she was being really, really rude to me, we got suspended because I didn't do what the customer wanted. Which, okay, in hindsight, I should have just refunded and gotten over it. And that's why I tell you guys, yeah, it's part of selling, and sometimes it's really, really hard to let go of it, especially if you know that you're right and the customers are really being rude. But then you have to look at the big picture as well. But that was, I think, like one of the first 5 sales we made on Etsy, and so I was kind of really annoyed, and there's no excuse for it, to be honest. So we got suspended, and then I wanted to appeal the suspension, and I'll say this for Etsy. They are more human. You speak to an actual human there, and they heard me, and they saw that we were new sellers, and that even though they didn't necessarily agree with my point on the claim, that I was trying to actively defend it, and I was involved, and I was trying to resolve the situation, even though I wasn't successful at it. So okay, there was not much groveling, actually, a little bit of groveling. I was like, yeah, I'm sorry, again, taking responsibility, and won't do it again, and wada. But then they reinstated us really quickly, and we haven't had a problem since then. Actually, since then, Etsy has been an awesome platform to sell on.
Yeah.
I haven't had any other claims, though, so maybe wait and see if I get another claim.
No, let's not have claims. And if we have a claim, let's just refund.
Yeah, just move on. And then just to touch on Wish. Wish is the same. Wish, when you list products on Wish, you need to be extremely specific, because when you do defend a claim on Wish, you actually have to, you're guilty until proven innocent, which maybe is the same on all, but you have to prove that what you've listed is 100% what you've sent. So again, I'll use the hat as an example. If I sent this hat, we actually have to get a special hat measuring tool, put it on the inside of the hat, and show that the measurements are exactly what we wrote in the description. So again, it's not good to write one size on your description. You have to write, if you want to, one size and then approximate sizes, 56 to 59 centimeters or whatever it is you can write. So on Wish, you have to be really, really, really specific when you list your products. If they're not listed like that now, go change them. And even if you have to take a penalty, Wish fines you, unfortunately, they fine you for changing things, or they, knock down your impressions, but it's still worth it to correct your listing. And at the end of the day, you'll get more sales because you'll have a correct listing.
Yes.
So correct your listing, and then you'll also be able to defend your claims. Wish it's a bit harder with returns. They're getting better at it, though. They've implemented a lot of things. We are enrolled in the returns program. They don't usually require people to return things, though. They'll refund. Yeah. The other day they refunded. The guy ordered, again, he ordered a brown. He wanted a black. Wish refunded him, but they refunded out of their pocket, and they still paid us for it. So that I was okay with, because, we sent the correct product, and Wish took that authority. That's fine. I've had other claims with Wish where the item wasn't returned, and I'm still arguing with them on that, actually. There's supposed to be a process where you can dispute a return refund, like if they refunded the customer, but you're enrolled in the returns, and you should be able to get the return. We paid for that out of our pocket, and Wish is not answering me on that, which is a bit frustrating on Wish. They don't have a phone number you can call. It's only email support, and sometimes they don't reply. Most of the time they reply, but this last time I haven't gotten any luck on it. So again, you have to weigh up the pros and cons of selling on a platform. If you're making enough money to where it's not a big issue to just refund a few, I would say just go with it. If obviously you're losing money, rather shut it down and focus on the places where you're making money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
So, And then last but not least, eBay, our little friends. I've never been suspended on eBay, but I have spoken to them a lot, and I've read on the forums and spoken to other sellers that have been suspended. And again, they're a lot more reasonable. They're probably the best out of all the sites. They really listen to sellers. They really care and are fair and logical. And they will tell you. That's the one thing I like about eBay. When I speak to them, I've not obviously with suspension, but other problems I've had, if I ask them, listen, how can I do this correctly if this happens again? They will always tell me exactly how to do it. So that is very useful information, because that way, all right, even if I lose this situation, I know how to handle it if it happens again, and maybe to be proactive so that it doesn't happen again. And that I really, really appreciate from eBay, where you don't get that from a lot of the other platforms. I would say eBay and Etsy are kind of on the same level. Wish is really no replying, or very little. And Amazon is tough. Amazon can be handled. You just have to know, you have to learn how to speak Amazon lingo, how to handle them, and to accept that sometimes you're going to lose.
Yeah.
I don't bash Amazon 100%. Yeah, a lot of their stuff isn't great, but you can still make a lot of good money there if you just learn to play within the rules.
Yeah.
That's the thing with Amazon. You want to play within the rules. You want to fly under the radar and just make your money and not be seen too much. That's the thing.
That's the one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, guys, thank you very much once again. If you like to comment, please comment below. Subscribe, like, or whatever you do on YouTube. Just do it. You know, we are here. And we
want to stay, and we want to keep making a lot more videos for you guys.
Exactly. So if
let us know what topics you want us to cover.
If you like us, please go ahead. So thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.